Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Victoria Waka and your favorite value delivery strategist. For me, it's always value first. So, this morning I would be talking to you about financial literacy. Financial literacy is one thing that is very lacking in this side of the world. Many persons go into business, many persons go into investment without getting initial knowledge about the kind of investments they are doing or they want to do. People just dive in headlong into a business, into an investment, and if you ask them, okay, the foundational knowledge about that platform or that investment they want to do, they have almost no foundational knowledge. And considering this, in fact, most persons even go for investments through what we call word of mouth. Maybe a family member or a friend comes to you and tells you about a financial investment, and you key into it because your friend said so. And like I said in one of my previous live audios, that it's very important that you should do the due diligence of research before you do anything. Financial literacy is very important. That's why some persons don't have what we call emotional management when it comes to investment. They might be doing the right investment, but they don't know how to manage their emotions. That's one of the importance that these very wealthy people have over us. And some persons want to get rich by luck or get rich quickly, and at the end of the day it doesn't always play out well, because anyone who hits lots of money by luck or by mistake ends up will not be able to sustain that money that he got. So I am an advocate of education in anything, especially when it has to do with your finances. If you come to me to learn anything, especially cryptocurrency or blockchain technology, I will always advocate learning the basic, like what is this thing really about. If you have funds to invest in anything, you should have a little bit of time to put in that business, to learn about it, to learn the foundational knowledge you know about it. You don't really need to be like a financial specialist per se, or you don't need to be a financial consultant, or you don't need to have so much knowledge about what you're doing, but at least know enough to know, like, give it a little bit of your time to learn this thing. Do you understand? So it's very, very important that you do the due diligence of research. It's painful when you see people go into cryptocurrency without even knowing what they are doing. Just someone tells you, bring two persons or refer one person, or just tells you the promises of how much percentage you're going to earn. You just dive into it just because of that. Even if you're going to bring two persons, just do yourself enough favor to learn the real deal, because most of the things that are being preached about cryptocurrency are not really what it is exactly. They are just a product, a result of something. So cryptocurrency, it's way, way beyond what people are tagging it these days. Especially this whole someone comes to me and say, please, do you do Ethereum? And I'm like, okay, for you to ask that question, which means someone have come to preach to you about an Ethereum-based scheme or Ethereum-based platform. And the funny thing is, or the most important thing is, Ethereum itself was not created for that role. Ethereum itself is a currency. Ethereum itself is a platform for creating decentralized applications. So for you to say that Ethereum is something like your what do you call for you to say that your Ethereum is your payments, your peer-to-peer schemes that you do, that's when you refer two people or you refer one person to get paid, it's like degrading the real potential of Ethereum, or to the real function of Ethereum. So my charge for you this morning is to tell you that there's a need for everyone to get financial literacy, to become financial literate. no matter what you want to do, if you're going to invest your 1 naira, your 2 naira, your 100K, your 1 million, it's very important to get financial literacy. There's a lot of, hitting money by luck going around, and then, people get frustrated when they don't get the result that they want. But when you give a little bit of your time to learn how all these things really, really, really work, then you will know what to do. And sometimes we relegate what we are learning as if it's just motivational speaking. But if you look at the real scenario in life, nothing really comes to you that's that fast, unless you have divine favor on your head. Everything goes through a process. You don't hit money. If you hit money by luck, you can't sustain it. If you hit any opportunity by luck, you can hardly even sustain, because you can't trace the process of that success. So it's very important that you try as much as possible to listen to people like Robert Kiyosaki, Grant Cardone, all those people that have been in this field. You pick one or two things that will help you make better investments, help you make better financial decisions, and help you to know what exactly you want to do. Because I'm really, really, really concerned about how people relate with cryptocurrency, especially in this side of the world. Like, this is simply money. Money has evolved to digital currencies. Yet many people don't know that because of their experiences. They relate their experiences to this thing. They relate their experiences to Bitcoin. And when you now start explaining the real thing to them, they become so amazed that they didn't know about this thing like this. They don't know. They're like, if I know this thing is like this, I would have done this earlier. Or what they'll tell you that what discouraged them is because of an experience they had. Because someone came and used their marketing skills and then gave them a different story altogether. So it's very important that you spend some time and seek out some persons. Like, you can always ask me questions and I'll answer you, I'll respond to you. Wherever you're confused, especially in cryptocurrency or blockchain technology, I'll guide you as much as I can. So it's very important. Like, if you go to YouTube, of course, I'm not saying that everything out there is a good enough knowledge source, but at least you will have enough knowledge base that you can access. Go to the internet, go to Google it, use your YouTube, ask questions. It's better for you to make decisions from a place of knowledge than for you to enter ignorantly, and at the end of the day, you realize that you've been working on the side of error all this while. So my charge for you this morning is get financial literacy. It's really, really, really poor around this area. Many people make a lot of financial decisions out of, guesswork, or someone said, without really, really, really understanding it for themselves. Understand these things for yourself before you make your financial decisions. It's good to make money, but sustainable wealth comes from a place of financial literacy. There are lots of books out there. I know a lot of persons don't have that time. They feel they don't have the time to read or anything. That's why we have so many things in the form of videos that you can play, audios you can play, even while you're driving and all that. They have audiobooks these days. You don't have to actually literally read a book. You can listen to the book play. And you can access these resources online and get them freely. So it's very important you get that knowledge. It's very important you get financial literacy. So what do you think about financial literacy? I would like to hear from you. Leave a comment to this audio, and you can ask your questions and I will attend to them. Thank you very much. I'm still your value delivery strategist. It's always value first. Have a beautiful day.